son's mother is battling a difficult kidney ailment, who had every reason to come into this bout depressed and downtrodden, chosen by no one to have a chance of getting out of the first few rounds, and he has thoroughly dominated Mike Tyson with the exception of the moment when he went down.
Well, the other day, Johnston's Douglas' manager and Douglas himself said, I am a new person now, and apparently he is.
He's been a whole different person than the one every boxing expert expected to see here.
It appears that Tyson is virtually a one-eyed fighter at this point.
A desperate one-eyed fighter. Brawling willingly just to try to get in the shot that will finish things in.
Oh, the uppercut.
What an uppercut by Douglas, and down goes Tyson.
2, 3, 4. It's over. It's over.
Mike Tyson has been knocked out.
Unbelievable. This makes Cinderella look like a sad story, what Buster Douglas has done here tonight.
Let's go ahead and call it the biggest upset in the history of heavyweight championship fights. Say it now, gentlemen. James Buster Douglas, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
I would be willing to say it's the greatest upset in boxing history. There seems to be a little pandemonium here.
Brad LaChance, are you there?
Heard the way you interacted with that customer. Like, that's, like, you were authentic, you know?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it wasn't like some bullshit. Like, I've worked in plenty of hotel atmospheres, and, like, it was just refreshing to hear you interact with a person in a sincere manner that they could appreciate.
Thank you so much. I appreciate those kind words.
You deserve a fucking raise, is what I'm saying.
Thank you so much.
And if I were somebody in this world, you would have that raise.
I appreciate that. Those are kind words. Everybody, you're hearing Brad LaChance out there in Albuquerque. I wanted to ask you about, it's been many years, of course, since Buster Douglas defeated Mike Tyson. It happened in Japan. It was during the daytime, and I remember I was 9 or 10, and I remember there was a scroll that went at the bottom of the TV. I was watching maybe some basketball game or something. It was in the daytime. It was like more closer to morning. The match happened in Japan, and it was like 9/11 or something. It was like this was hard news.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was the biggest upset in sports history. It was supposed to be like a prelude to the Evander Holyfield Tyson fight.
So it was just a blip on the radar. It wasn't supposed to be anything, and of course.
Oh yeah, Doug was supposed to be some motherfucker that got knocked out in like the first round.
You were sharing some information with me during the break. What were you saying again?
I was saying that it's weird that you would even bring this up as a topic. It was your choice of topic. I just remember that, like, you know, I'm a YouTube internet addict. You know, like whatever enters my mind, I try to find out more information about it. I had actually thought about the fight because I remember I just had a random thought, you know, about how they like pissed and moaned about it. And I was 11 when it happened, so like it wasn't like real clear to me.
Yeah.
Like, but I just remember fucking Don King going on TV. I remember watching him like complaining and like crying for Tyson and shit. And I was like, the whole thing was that they got a slow count. I actually looked it up on YouTube, and they both got like a 14 count. So for what it's worth, but I noticed that like Tyson, I guess like with a different referee, he would have won the fight. But they both got like a 14 count, and you can look this up on YouTube. Like, somebody posted this, and it's like it's crazy. Like it's a dual screen, and I mean they literally get the same count, and it's like 14 seconds.
Yeah, I was watching this, and I did see that Buster Douglas, he was knocked down earlier in the bout, as they call it, and wasn't it close to 10? And he was saved by the bell, wasn't he?
Well, like I'm trying to remember what I saw. It seemed like they both got a slow count because of the referee's style, you know, like he didn't, they were doing, I remember even like back when it happened, like King and them were like counting the 10 count and the referee was still counting, which is like, I remember they both got like the same count. It was past 10 seconds. But like the difference was, so you could say that like Tyson won the fight and all that shit. But like Tyson was like disoriented and looked like shit. And like Douglas was like this like fat.
Reaching for that mouthpiece. That's classic.
Yeah. Like Douglas looked good when he got up. He was just like a fat, slow dude. Like he was a heavy dude, you know. Like he just got up and like he was like the bell rang when he got up. But like he was in good shape, you know. Like he took his time. Like he was reacting to the referee. Like he could have got up by the count of 10. But like he was looking at the referee. Like he was taking his time. You know, he was just going by what the referee was counting. I think he would have beat the 10 count. Tyson like hit the 14 count and like you know the mouthpiece was back on the fucking mat.
What a great moment. You rarely hear announcers when a great moment happens like that. You rarely hear the announcers give it its due in the moment. It's not until later. But in that moment, what's the guy's name? Larry Merchant?
Larry Merchant. Vodka breath.
Is he an alcoholic?
I don't know. I don't know him, but I know that's his nickname. He seems like a really good guy. He seems very intelligent.
Very intelligent.
Easygoing. Pulled off Mayweather. I kind of like the guy. I remember when I used to watch the fights on HBO. I always liked his commentary.
Remember Al Albert's Tuesday Night Fights? Al Albert.
I remember Tuesday Night Fights. I don't remember that name.
Brother of Marv. You never hear about Al Albert anymore, but you hear about Marv Albert, and he has a brother named Steve Albert. And now his son Kenny Albert has come on the scene. But Al Albert, who used to be the Nuggets announcer and also would broadcast Tuesday Night Fights, is nowhere to be found. I think he lives in Denver again, but we'd love to see Al Albert come back. Thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Well, you should find Al Albert. I mean, this is what
he lives in Cherry Creek somewhere, so I'm gonna try to stalk him. Thank you so much.
You have to find him.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you, Augustus.
You too.
Take care, man.
Normally it should, but sometimes I'll
There seems a little pandemonium here. In Las Vegas, they wouldn't even put up any odds on this fight. And suddenly, Mike Tyson, perceived as this giant monolith, has been reduced to being another heavyweight champion who got defeated.